Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and you are looking at a Fifi La Pew Pew, the 105 leFH18B2 French Tier 5 Premium SPG. In fact, it's the only premium SPG you're likely to see around in the game because there's not many of those Sexton ones. But this Fifi is being driven by Steel Mike, and he's on the east spawn of Airfield. Now you can see that Steel Mike appears to have one mark of excellence on his barrel, so he knows how to use Fifi. And he's heading off to find his firing position. Now, knocking down buildings at the start of a match, normally I would say this is a bad move because it's actually giving away your position, but I think the enemy Arty is not likely to take notice of this because he might think that it's actually a heavy tank making its way through the village on his way to the confrontation area, which is where Steel Mike's just aiming right now. Okay, he's now looking for a target. Oh, they found a target. Okay, it's a T-50. Light tank. It's obviously scouting. Steel Mike aims. Shoots. Oh, and it moves just after he fires. So, unfortunately, the shell goes straight. But he's got a KV-1 now. A little way off. He's almost reloaded. Yep. Okay, he's firing. Ah, that shell hit it. Mike's shell didn't hit the target, but another shell from the other Fifi on his team did hit it. The shell disappeared without an explosion. Okay, he's looking around. Ah, it's a Death Toaster. Panzerstaffel 4C. And it's these make good explosions because they've got open cockpits at the top. If you can put a shell into that, might do a lot of damage. And he does! That definitely hit the target. Shell disappeared without an explosion. Okay, he's now found a Panzer 4H. Lines up a shot. Rounds out. Oh, it moved just after he fired. Okay, knows where it is, so rounds out. And he's killed it! That Panzer 4H has been destroyed. Good shot. Okay, we've got a KV-85 making his way across the 4 line. Okay, lines up a shot. Oh, it stopped. Okay, now he aims at it directly. Rounds out. And direct hit. 74 hit points, 1 critical hit. Good shot. And it's being hit repeatedly because he hit the track. And he kills it this time. 38 hit points. Perfect. Okay, he's got an Su-85 in the bushes. Rounds out. And he kills that one outright as well. 112 hit points. So he's up to 3 kills already. And the battle's only been going for just about 3 minutes. Okay, he's got a KV-1. He's indicating with his T key that that's his target. Down arrows have appeared above it, but he hits the rock face. It's backing away. You can obviously see that there's 2 tanks facing him, a KV-1 and a Stug 4. Rounds out. That just goes over the top of that KV-1. An enemy Arty has been spotted. The Bishop right at the back. Lines up a shot. And it's pulling back. And it's killed before he can shoot. Okay, a T-67. It's difficult. He's pulling back and changing direction. Trying to line up for a shot. It's a long lead on that shot. It's a long way the shell has to travel. So he's decided to pull back after firing. Okay, there's another target. T-3485. And it stopped. It's obviously stopping to fire. Lines up a shot on it. Lets the reticule tighten. It has. Rounds out. Ah, it moved right back into the line of shot. He gets 167 hit points and 1 critical hit. And it's getting repeatedly hit by other shots as well, but it's pulling back behind cover. This tank driver obviously knows how to avoid being hit, is to get behind cover, and those shells impact on the rock face. Okay, we've got another target, KV-1. Not sure this is the one we saw earlier, but he lines up a shot. Can he get another one in? He does! Right into the engine bay. 128 hit points and 1 critical hit. Fires another round. And that hits the target as well because the shell disappeared without an explosion. That's great work. Fires another round in. This one explodes, so obviously didn't hit target. He's got a T-67 there on the north side, hiding by the rocks. It looks like he's shooting at a Churchill 7, which is in the enemy cap area. He's trying to line it up for a shot, but it's difficult because it's just over the rock face. Okay, he's decided to go for that T-3485 that he fired at earlier. And it's facing off against that Churchill, but the Churchill's being hit by... I think he's being attacked by the T-67 and the T-34, and he's been hit by Arty as well. He's been stunned, and he's been tracked at the moment, that Churchill. He wants to pull back from there as quickly as he can. Now, if he can draw that T-34 in, then Steel Mike can get around into him. But the problem is that that T-34 is very unpredictable. He's doing the best job he can to avoid being pinned down at a particular point. He knows that Arty's hunting him. And the best way to avoid being struck by Arty is to keep on the move, to not give the Arty any chance to know where he's going to be stopping and where he's going to be. Okay, Churchill's been hit again by an Arty round. Okay, he's trying to help that Churchill 4 by getting around in. Oh, Steel Mike's been spotted. There's an enemy. It's a KV-1. He's managed to make his way all the way down the battlefield. This could be the KV-1 he hit earlier. I think it is. The one that he struck in the rear when it was trying to run away and then got another blind shot into. And the annoying thing is now that the enemy M44 knows where Steel Mike is. So Steel Mike needs to keep moving. If he stops at any moment, the M44 could take him out. Now he's got the help of the FB304 in his team, who's on the centre rock. He's also got another Fifi on his team who is trying to get a little distance between him and the KV-1 to avoid him being taken out as well. And it looks like the KV-1's going after the other Fifi at the moment. There's a round coming in there. I think that was from the Burt. The Burt's very fast firing, so we should see a lot of help from the Burt. Okay, Steel Mike's trying to get up onto the rock face. I think he's trying to get an angle to shoot down on this. Wow, that was a round from the Burt. Went right over Steel Mike's head into the KV-1 and hit him for quite a few hit points. Steel Mike's going over the top of the rock. What's he going to do? He's crushed him. He's actually crushed the KV-1. He's run over the top and he's taken out 33 tons of tank, goes over a 48-ton tank and crushes him to death. What a game. That is fantastic move. Okay, Steel Mike's got an OI down the other end of the battlefield. He shoots around. And he gets a critical hit and 94 hit points. He stops to aim again. Okay, extends his aim. It might be quicker using the right hand mouse button on the minimap to quickly get an aim down the other end again. Okay, he shoots where he thinks the OI is. And the round goes in without an explosion. And the other Fifi gets a shot in there as well. So they both hit the OI. He fires another round in. And the OI's pulling back. All the RT rounds land just ahead of the OI. But it's going back up to the rock again. He fires another round in. And he kills it this time. And the enemy M44 has been spotted. This is the last enemy on the enemy team. And he's running. Mike tries a shot. He estimates where it's going to be, but it doesn't look like that one hit. Okay, so he's moving forward. And he's looking to see if he can find out where that M44 has gone. If there's any indication of destruction. We've seen a flagpole went down or a telegraph pole went down. So he knows the M44 is headed up the airstrip. Now this is good news because a Fifi, the leFH, has got a view range of 390 meters. It's based on a heavy tank. Whereas the M44 has only got a view range of less than that. It's about 265 meters. Okay, so he'll see the M44, and he has. He lines up the shot. Oh, what a shot! 280 hit points. Wipes out the M44. One shot and wins the battle. Wow, what a battle that was. That was really hectic at the end. Fantastic. And if we look at the end of battle results, we can see that Steel Mike got a first-class tanker in the Fifi. He got a bruiser medal because he scored at least 5 critical hits, crew incapacitations or module damage. He also got a top gun because he killed 6 of the enemy, at least 6. And we can see them there. we go to the team score, we can see that Steel Mike came second on damage. He only came second to the other Fifi. He came second with 1,274 hit points of damage. The other Fifi got 2,116. So he was scoring a huge amount of damage on the enemy. But Steel Mike managed to get 6 kills, whereas the other Fifi only got 1. And Steel Mike took away base XP of 849 points. That's a huge amount. If we look at the detail report, he fired 28 rounds. He got 11 direct hits, 10 penetrations, 2 splash. He did damage of 1,274 hit points, 990 of which was at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit from the KV-1 and it did penetrate. He damaged 7 enemy vehicles. He killed 6 of them. And damage due to his assistance, vehicles that were tracked, was 586 hit points in total. On a premium account, Steel Mike managed to earn 39,879 credits. But after deductions for auto repair and the ammunition, which is fairly cheap, he walks away with 35,325 credits. He earned base XP on a premium account of 1,274 experience points. It was ×2 for first victory of the day, and he got an additional 510 experience points because Fifi is a premium vehicle. So on top of that, he took away 3,058 experience points in total. But I think we're all going to remember this battle for the fact that Steel Mike squashed a KV-1 by actually sitting on him. That was just absolutely phenomenal. And very brave move, very gutsy indeed. Well done, Steel Mike. If you enjoyed this replay, as you can tell, I definitely did. Please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel because it really helps what Arty Noobs. And hopefully I will see you in the next replay.